Oh, hello, good morning, good night, good evening, whenever you are catching this. This may be a message for you. Please do take what resonates. Oh yeah, my name is Kiki. What's up? How you doing? I wanted to give you this message here today. Me and my guides really wanted to see kind of what upcoming obstacles you have to face, or like what challenges you are overcoming. Like this is kind of what you kind of have to expect happening next, really. So I have three separate collectives here. You could choose from one, two, or three. You can always pause the video and stop and kind of take a breeze, look through, see what you are connected to. As a reminder, please do take only what resonates. These are general messages, but I try to get as much detail as I can anyway. But yes, so what we're gonna head on to pile number one, and we're gonna start with this guy here. So kind of let's see what's going on. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, please guide me in this message here today. Please guide me and show me the obstacles or the challenges which are coming soon to this person. What challenges do they have to expect? Anything else about challenges? Okay, anything else? No. Okay, so at the bottom we have the three of coins, which is about collaboration. So you may be struggling seeing eye to eye with some people around you. We have the King of Swords first, so that can be an air sign. The Queen of Wands in reverse here as well. So the Eight of Wands here as well, with the King of Cups in reverse, and the Nine of Swords as well. So like I said, there is this sense of you like having to work with many people around you. These feel like very distinctive energies, and there is this sense of like having like these two cards really feel like just having lots of thoughts, lots of ambition, and lots of ideas heading towards you, and that's a challenge you have to overcome. I don't think this is like a negative challenge. It's more so like you may be in a new experience where you're dealing with a lot more different types of people than you're used to. I like how these, the interesting thing is that these three court cards always represent people in tarot. Most of the people read them off by of energy, and just the way this feels, these feel like very different people, and just the way they came up here. And I feel like whether you might be this King of Swords person, this Queen of Wands person, this King of Cups, it's like you all come from just different opinions and different perspectives, and that's something that may be challenging towards you, finding how to find proper collaboration and balance and like harmony in like amongst these options here. And I think like that's the challenge right now, is just how do you find this stability? How do you find this ability to be cooperative with one another? And how do you guys find like, equal passions and balances? And like how do you guys all figure out these thoughts together? And I think that's just the challenge you have to come. This doesn't feel like arguments or anything. I just feel like it's opposing ideas, and you're probably so used to being like in control and in power and in the lead that you're unsure of like how to like collaborate with all these people, because you guys are just so distinctively different, because there's just so much like different energy here amongst all of you. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides, let's see how you can overcome these challenges here, and like they will add more detailed stuff as we go. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides, how can they overcome these challenges here? How can they overcome these challenges? Anything else for how they can overcome? Okay, so we have the Sun here, which is all about just making everyone to be happy, having celebration, having joy. We have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse with the Knight. It's in upright. So Ten of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Queen of Swords in upright. The Six of Chalices in upright, as well as the Ten of Wands in reverse. And you had the Knave of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely this sense of you like needing to slow down, celebrate, try to like create ideas with one another and bounce them back. Different perspectives aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's always about how you deal with them in the end of the day. Because this card, like in this deck, always talks about how easily it is to feel overwhelmed and out of control. But this also talk about like embracing the passion and the ideas around you as well, based on how you read it. As well as I love that this card's here, and this is one's all about like understanding and coming together and starting to put out ideas and feeling solid and remembering things and like putting all these different heads together. So definitely as a way to like do this is to take all the different opinions and actually have proper discussions about it. Don't focus too much on one thing, and allow there to be other changes and other attributes, and allow yourselves to. Okay, so the Six of Chalices normally talks about like childhood memories and all that, but I also feel like there's a sense of you having to go at it like a child. Not necessarily like you guys are immature, but more so like kids are interesting because they're always able to like communicate with each other even though their opinions are different. They fight, but then they get over it. I feel like that's what this kind of acting you to be. Like, don't hold on to the feelings of the past or your own like your own your own opinions. Like I think for you to get over this, like, figure out this challenge of collaborating with people you're so not used to, you have to just be able to like actually communicate with them and actually put all the thoughts down on paper and use all of your unique perspectives to have a lot more of a better idea, and that will help you guys succeed. Okay, so we're gonna pull from other decks just to see more detail of what to do, what's going on in these situations, and like how you could get over them more. So we're going to move on to this oracle deck, the Moonology deck. So, okay, ancestors, angels, and my guides, with these upcoming challenges, what do you have for them to know? What do you have for these ones to know about the upcoming challenges they have to face? Any additional? Okay. So at the bottom we have step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So like I was saying, this is so you're not used to this. You're like, why? Like, you're probably so used to being so independent and doing things yourself, that like having to collaborate with people is just so uncomfortable to you because you're just so used to having to do everything on your own. You're so used to being bold and making that first move. And you have to work through that. You definitely have to work through your fears and like in terms of like your own ideas. And there's a sense of probably perfectionism here as well. The energy is gaining momentum, so that's a good sign of things are moving forward, and you guys are going to come to some answers as well. And that gets Gemini also talks about communication, so there's definitely this sense of you guys having to communicate your ideas and have that gain momentum to move forward and move on. You and your loved ones are safe with Cancer energy as well, and more Cancer, so a personal issues resolution. So look, this is all going to work out because you're working through this uncomfortableness here that you have, and it's going to start moving forward. There's a lots of blue too, so the throat, I'm thinking like throat chakra here, and this is reminding me of like the third eye the crown chakra and the upper chakras really. So there's definitely this big sense of you guys having this intellectual thought, these communications, these like integrated ideas, and that's what you're really being asked to do. And I like how these are new moon cards versus full moon cards. So there's a sense of new stuff gaining momentum to reach its full potential, and I think that's going to come from like you communicating these ideas, and you guys are going to reach this resolution through communication and finding answers with each other and the people around you. And when I think of like whenever I think of Cancer energy, there's always like a crab has so many like arms, right? Especially here has a lot, and it's like they connect to a lot of different things. At the same time, they could also snap. So like I said, there's a sense of you being really independent, and I feel like that's like the Queen of Wands energy in reverse. I feel like that's you in the sense of like you're so independent that you don't like to do things on your own, and so you're a little bit like da 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 da. But like that's the energy I feel here, and that's when you need to step out of your comfort zone. You have to work through that so you could gain momentum and find resolution amongst this. Okay, so we're going to pull from this deck just to get a little bit more idea of what's going on here. Ancestor, angels, and my guides. Any additional information here? You have a big no. So let's see. Ooh. You have to get grounded as well here. So let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? Anything else? No. Okay. So at the bottom you have the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? And I feel like that's just like you staying stuck where you are and letting your independence get over you. Ooh, and that's where you kind of need to get grounded, self-centered a little. And establish boundaries a little bit better as well. That would probably be extremely beneficial to you here. I'm going to see what the no's about. Let's okay. Ancestors, angels. Ooh. Okay, let me just fix this. I'm gonna sit differently. Give me a second. Okay. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, please show me clarifiers about this message here today. Ooh. Okay, so we have, Okay, so some of you may be struggling from like just overthinking and also having just being really stressed and worried. I don't feel like nightmares or anything from this. It just feels like there's just too much going on in your head and you're getting very overwhelmed, and that's why you have to get grounded. You may be overly stressed. You may be trying to juggle way too many things right now at the same time, and that's because like you're so used to being independent too. Like I said, there's a sense of you always like doing a lot of tasks and you feeling like very accomplished. There's a sense of feeling guarded with the Four of Pentacles too, so you definitely have barriers between, you have boundaries with you and people especially, right? There's a sense of you kind of keeping them at arm's length here as well. And it's because you're so fiercely heading towards the goals you have and this like moving forward in the way you want to. So let's see, anything more here, Spirit? So we have the Seven of Chalices, which is about just having so many options and juggling so many things, right? Because you're so like just so independent, right? I feel this very big independence energy that causes arguments sometimes because you're so fiercely independent, and it causes some form of conflict, and that's why you like this situation is so challenging for you because you're not used to having probably like so many strong characters in room. Like there was all that king energy, and kings are in tarot for me are always like really strong characters. They're very like sure in themselves. They're very like stuck in their ways because they're just like the most like out of the four cards, they are just the most developed, I guess you could say, but not necessarily. I just feel like they're more stuck. They're very fixed, right? So there's a sense of like you feeling like you want to prove yourself and you know you can, but instead of having the people around you help you and guide you, there was a sense of you having conflict because you're so independent, right? Let's see what's happening with this no. What's happening with the no, Spirit? What's the no about? Okay, so we have the Chariot in reverse, which does talk about delays. No. Oh, I love how they're all women. Okay, so like I said, Chariot talks about delays and just things not really working out as quickly as you want them to. Justice is here, so there's this sense of you with no, it's like you made a decision and you're unsure of if it's right because it caused a little bit more of disruption. In like a different deck, the Justice card is always a double-edged sword too. So there's this sense of you like you make a decision, but you're overwhelmed by how much you're carrying on. As part of you may feel like you're stressed trying to just like keep up with everyone around you, and you are like being asked to listen to your intuition here and just kind of getting back into your power. And because like whatever you feel like you did wrong, I feel like if you start to rely on those around you a little bit more and open up spiritually to the help around you, you will kind of get through this threshold period as well. But yes, there is like this big sense of you having like just your guard up, and you aren't really like boundaries always represents having positive boundaries, but here I feel like there's so many people trying to help you, but instead of being there, you're shying away and just not really like you're ignoring these people around you, even though they want to provide some form of assistance. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and guides. So we're gonna get rid of this. And I kind of want to see how do you overcome this. I think I'm going to use the other tarot deck, and then I'll use this more for clarifiers. So let's see, how do you overcome these challenges here, Spirit? How do they overcome these challenges? How do they overcome these challenges? A little bit more. Oh. How do they overcome these challenges? How do they overcome these challenges? Okay, so at the bottom, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have Judgment and Upright, which is about making decisions. Okay, lots of aces here too. So I feel like if you just kind of like make a decision to be open to new discoveries instead of being closed off, you could be able to move forward here. So let's put a little bit of clarifiers about this message here, and then we're probably going to move on to a different deck to see get more detail of what's going on here. So let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, please let's clarify these messages here today. How Oh, this card, Queen of Swords, keeps coming. You may be an air sign. The Queen of Swords keeps coming up, and like the Queen of Wands came up, but she keeps coming up the most. So there's definitely a sense of you kind of being fiercely independent and very trying to get in control of your own power. There's a sense of you also like really looking back at yourself and like reflecting too here. So let's see, anything else, Spirit? Okay. So we have at the bottom the 5 of chalices in reverse, which is about like getting over yourself, I think. And you're starting to kind of like put yourself in perspective and realize that like if you want this opportunity, you're going to have to communicate and be around people. And like this indecision you're facing about what you want, you have to learn how to take control and move forward in your passions and start changing. Because like you aren't used to collaboration. And I feel like that's what it really is. Like here, like you're not really used to being collaborative, but you have to learn to get over it and start to make decisions as a group and start to look at these things as opportunities for growth. Okay, so we're going to move on to my personal deck, and then I actually made a new deck just for like these readings. It's a little bit of a hassle to shuffle, but you know what, I like it. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides, please guide me in this message here today. Let's add some messages to hear about the challenges they are facing. Anything else about the challenges they are facing here? Anything else about the challenges they are facing? Okay, so we have strong relationships are built through sharing. So yeah, like this could definitely like, this talks about like this relationships in general, and like I said, there's a sense of you not really getting along with people because you're unsure. You have delays has brought a setback, unwelcome change, external forces have caused disruption on the other side here. But that's such tranquility in reverse. Oh. So we have release fear to gain composure, truth will unveil secrets. But like there's with that Scorpio, there's like that Scorpio card that said like work through your fears. And this is like I said, you have to release like you're in a like this fear of yours or like this just concern of you dealing with other people. I just to say something about reflection earlier as well, and that's something you should do. Like you have gone far away. Like you doing what you're doing now has definitely like brought you far in your path, but there is still room for growth, right? Be creative. Self-expression is a great way to be joyful. So this is the 5th house influence. This all like represents just how your creative affairs. You may need to take, some of you may need to take some rest. I don't feel like this is the main message. I feel like this is just a side message for a few of you who've been working so hard and juggling so much that like you do need to have breaks. Always remember to like take care of yourself. You have forgiveness, such a beautiful way to let go. So if you have gotten arguments with some people around you due to like these independent tendencies, like forgiveness is always grateful. You should, if you are the one asking for forgiveness, definitely do it. Forgiveness is not wrong. Okay, so this is the deck. It's kind of big, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to shuffle it and then I'm going to kind of like take it apart and then take a bunch of cards. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Show me any more detail about what's going on here. Show me more detail. So we're going to take this back and then we're going to do this. We're going to take the bottom half. Any additional messages about what's going on here? I'm debating whether or not I should like laminate these, but we'll see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides, any other thing. Okay, so we're gonna take all of these guys because there's quite a few in there, so I'm okay with grabbing a lot. Let's see. We're just gonna pull them all together. Pull them all together. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we start off with avoiding decisions. Like the 2 of Wands in reverse came up, which is also about avoiding decisions, and this is the 2 of Swords. So definitely this 2-2-2 energy. So your relationships seem to be important. A lack of a clear strategy. A goal without a plan. So there is like definitely this sense of like lack of clarity, and like I said, I feel like you need to communicate with people because things aren't really going the way you want to. A routine proves to be beneficial, but you are like doing good. Like there's a sense of like it's just a challenge. It's not like you aren't in a good place. It's just there is this big chance of you getting into some form of argument soon. So you are doing well. Like it's not a matter of not doing well. You are. You have mutual respect, harmony. So there is a lot of mutual respect about you and these people as well. So it's not like you guys can't be eye to eye. It's like it will come in time because there's just a sense of having opposing views for now. Stability that comes from independence. Oh, I didn't realize I didn't finish this one. Oh, that's why. Okay. This is supposed to be a queen, but like whatever. Then we have lost sight of the original intention, so that may be a factor here too, just not seeing things clearly. An opportunity to celebrate, be social, and like I said, it definitely has to do with a lot of people around you, and there is a lot of chance for you guys to get over this, and it'll come from you guys being interactive and actually communicating and talking. Different opinions can be beneficial. Like I said, like there's a sense of you guys have all these different opinions, but it can work out really well for you as well. You have at a crossroads, so there is definitely a sense of you like not being sure where to go, that sense of indecision and not knowing what to do next. You have neglecting your feelings here, so some of you may just be not really, because you might be exhausted. Like I feel like there's this big sense of like needing rest for a few of you because you've been so independent and working so hard for so long, but you've been working hard because you've been feeling restless. Like some of you may really be worried about what the future holds for you, and you're unsure what way to go next. You have public recognition, so there definitely people recognize that you are very successful. So there is this big set thing of you like needing to congratulate yourself for how far you've come, and people know that you are doing well. So there are a lot of people who are on your side as well, right? So we have imbalances can lead to heartbreak with the Two of Cups in reverse. And like I said, there's just like the twos and the twos here all talk about a sense of imbalance here. And there's, because that has to do with your relationships. You have focusing on your career too much. Yeah, so there's this sense of disharmony because you're just so focused on your own desires. And that's not a bad thing. I think I just did like a TikTok about this actually. But like there is definitely this sense of you just not being sure what you want to do next. So we have emotional understanding a deep love. There is going to be a lot of emotional understanding here. I'm not really attached to the love message here, but there is definitely this sense of you guys like finding like parts of yourself, right? And definitely figuring things out here. Let's see, anything else here? Lots of twos, so definitely about like relationships. For some of you, this challenge may pertain to an actual like romantic relationship, but for most of you, I feel like it's friendship. Disagreements with those around you, yeah, because you guys just not seeing eye to eye, right? So there's definitely like just like so many strong characters here. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing because there was that card about different opinions that can lead to be beneficial and things like being successful because there's so many different ideas. Lack of planning leads to delays, and that's the second thing about planning, right? So you guys definitely need to collaborate as a way to plan and move forward. Being defensive, you may be very, like, some of you, no, the Queen of Swords, yeah. So with that Queen of Swords energy, there's that sense, it's not the Queen of Swords, but I was thinking of that card that came up earlier, it kept coming up, and there's a sense of you being defensive and you putting up your guard and having boundaries with people. There's that boundaries card too, right? So, let's see, I'm gonna pull a few more of these cards, and then we're gonna pull some angel messages last. Let's see, what's this guy? What fell? Paranoia, because some of you are just worried that other people will bring you down, and I feel like that's the energy, not because like you're actually paranoid. And like I said, with that Nine of Swords in reverse, it felt like it wasn't necessarily like nightmares and being scared and fearful. It's like, no, like you're so used to doing everything yourself that relying on other people scares you. Multiple obstacles, and that's what like one of these obstacles you are facing is this. Anything else here, Spirit? You have inability to change. This is not something you want to change either. So this is like a really strong part of your personality that like it's not a bad thing, but there's always room to accept help from others. You have a third-party situation and an unfaithful affair. So for some, I feel like that's a side message for some of you. I don't know what that's like. For some of you, you might be in a third-party situation when it comes to love, and that's what's causing things to have too many different ideas. Fundamental issues, yeah. So there's a lot of like difficulties in like foundations with that third-party situation. A fleeting affair, more physical than emotional, yeah. Whatever that emotional affair is about. And that's because this person feels bored, yeah. So like, if you're like specifically like in a third-party situation with somebody, it's because this person has a lot of like basic issues. Like they may have some codependency issues, or like they may have a fear of abandonment, because we had that fear card early too, right? So there's a sense of them having like a fleeting affair with someone else because of their like own emotional insecurity, and that's what, or some of them are just feeling bored, like and that's like their excuse kind of, right? So that's a specific message for a few of you that doesn't that's not the whole reading here, obviously. So I think I'm going to let's do some angel messages and like see kind of what's up. But oh my god, like there's just big issue of you just not seeing eye to eye with people, and it's because you're just so independent. And you're like, nah, like I don't really need other people's help, but it's okay to ask for help. Like, especially like different opinions aren't bad things, right? They just help you see from different perspectives, and they give just more like benefits, in my opinion. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional messages to end off this pile with? Let's see. Any additional messages? Any additional messages? Okay, anything else? Okay. So helpful people, yeah! An opportunity from helpful people. So definitely like be accepting of those people who like even if they have different opinions of you. Don't stop like doing what you're doing, and like work on those boundaries of yours. Improving health, yeah, like work on that, like your self-care and being open to receiving it. I feel like a really big sense of vulnerability here too, like just being able to be vulnerable with people. You don't necessarily, I feel like this specifically has to do with like romance, but I don't think with that third party situation. I feel like this is more so just being open to people like around you. For some of you, maybe like self-care, self-love more so than anything. I feel like everything's going to happen in perfect timing as well here and not the right time. So this challenge is like, it's going to come to you at 1.2, not exactly right now, but it is coming soon. But you have to go through some recovery here, and that will lead to some success. And ask others for help. Yeah, like you need to have these other people are going to help you succeed. Though you don't have to like be on guard and blocking everybody around you. You definitely just be open to receiving, to like people coming into your life and showing you what like just good times. And like, yeah, like you may be so used to just doing everything yourself, but you're allowed to like, different opinions aren't a bad thing. I feel like that's the main message here. Be willing to be open with people and having them express their feelings, and like be very open about like what's going on and like how you're feeling. But I believe that's all I have for pile number 1 here today. If this message resonated, like please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what's up, and like if it didn't, like, choose a different pile. It's okay. Or at least take what resonates. Because, like I said, there was a few of you that had a little random third-party situation. So, like, you might have just had that little message here. Or you were the main, like, actual message. Or you just needed parts of just being open. Right? So, to take exactly what resonates. But I think that's all I have for pile number 1. I thank you for, like, sitting through this reading. And I'm very grateful if you have. And, yeah, like, support me on this platform. Just, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if, like, if this reading resonated and it was helpful. Pile number 1, thank you. So here is pile number 2. Okay, let's see. Okay, ancestors, angels, and my guides, welcome here, pile number 2. Thank you for clicking on my video and seeing what's up. Let's see what challenges or obstacles are coming your way. Oh, you seem to be moving away from something. Let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. This may be a particular, like a water sign, or you're just moving away from like old emotions. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse here too. So there's a sense of impatience and like just rushing forward without a plan either. So you have that 9 of Cups in reverse as well as the 10 of Coins here. And the Page of Coins. Okay, anything else here? Rest. The challenges yet to come. Okay, I think like some of you are trying to walk away from a specific connection, but you're very like still holding on to it because of like this idea of like not family, and like some of you this may not be a romantic relationship. For some of you it is, because there's this sense of just being on guard and putting up your like shield. There's also the sense of like aggression with the Emperor in this case, and you also have this 2 of Wands, so I feel like this is a form of indecision in regards to making this decision too. Like you want to walk away from this person because you guys weren't really like, you guys were heading on different paths. This person also feels kind of like they were just so focused on their ways. But you do reminisce on the connection and wanting to be with them, and I feel like this is the okay. What about this obstacle? Let's get some clarifiers for this message. Okay, clarifiers for this message. Let's see what's up. Oh yeah, definitely a sense of moving away from something in your past. The magician in reverse, which we could talk about just not feeling in your power, feeling like someone really put you down. There is this sense of you like letting go of your past, and it's kind of hurting you. And like I said, there's a sense of you trying to walk away, but you're unsure of how to really get over this. And I feel like your challenge is, how do you move on? And that's why you're so stuck. Like, how do you move on? You have this King of Wands in reverse too, which talks about just feeling rushed, being too much in your energy. You definitely aren't really connecting to yourself and your inner peace here. This definitely has to do with a relationship of sorts as well. And you may be like wishing for this person. Double Nine of Cups in reverse, right? So definitely this big sense of you like wishing and wanting stability in regards to this connection, but you're unsure of how to move on because you still are so attached to it. So for this collective here, this may be like, for a lot of you, you may still be with this person, and you're like, how do I move on from how this is working? Because something's like the Nine of Wands, Cups in reverse. That's a very particular energy, like, and like the Hanged Man in reverse is like this sense of being forceful change. So there's definitely some form of imbalance here, but I need to figure out what it is. Okay. Let's get some more detail. What imbalance is this, Spirit? What imbalance is this? So someone may be neglecting the relationship here with this Eight of Chalices in reverse. So I feel like that may be one of the issues. Like this person's so like not adding enough passion here, not charging forth. There's also this sense of manipulation and control with this Queen of Wands here. Lots of passion here though. There's lots of passion. Okay. I don't know why this is like a challenge you need to overcome. That's the truth. That is like my main like thing. So I'm gonna just kind of like reset these cards and like get more detail. And let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Why is this a challenge? What's the challenge here? What's the challenge? What's the challenge? Okay, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. 999. You're very close to something. Okay, so, okay, we're gonna go through this one at a time. So we had this Four of Chalices in reverse, again, upright here. The Four of Chalices always, normally, in this case, I always think of it as like, you are ignoring the obvious in front of you because you're so like focused on like your like other cups, but the one here is the most important. So there's a sense of you kind of, either you or this person are definitely just not focused on the connection, and that's causing things to stay really stagnant and things to be stuck where they are, and you're definitely missing like the happy moments with them because you definitely put a lot of work to overcome the challenges, but now you don't really feel happy with them, but you want this sense of achievement and you want things to move forward. So I think that okay, that's what this is. But I want, okay, we're gonna pull from a different deck. Let's just kind of move this like this. Cause it, I like space, you know, that's just how I roll. Okay, ancestors, angels, and my guides, please add to what this challenge is about. Please add to what this challenge is about. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, please add to what this challenge is about. Please add. So look at the bigger picture, Sagittarius energy on the bottom. Your dreams need a practical plan. Don't let pride get in your way. You and your loved ones are safe and believe in the impossible. So when it comes down to this, I feel like there's this, like I said, there's a sense of you like ignoring this truth in front of you and like being like stuck in your own like this little world of yours of like the past, not necessarily the past, but like more so you're so stuck on the fact that you worked so hard towards this, and because you've been like making these plans, you definitely put some time into this. There's a sense of you had like this really stable here, like stableness here. For some of you, you may have had a family with this person, and you're like, okay, but like how, like I've done all this work, why can't we work? Like, I want to kind of work through our challenge here right now. For a few of you, I feel like this is a challenge might pertain in different ways. But it's just, there's so much like this has a lot of like energy around it because I can't get specifics here. It's more so like, oh, you're like feeling like there's a challenge in your relationship, you're unsure how to move forward. Don't let pride get in your ways to showing that there is a sign of like things feeling aggressive, sometimes not only aggressive but like there is this sense of like pride, and I feel like pride could always ruin relationships sometime, mainly due to like just being so focused on yourself. But you and your loved ones are safe does show that like if you do have children, like you are gonna like you guys are going to get through this. Especially, let's say like for some of you, like you may have separated from a partner recently, and like you're sort of like focused on like your own cups and your own like job and your own like the family you have now. You keep working towards these achievements, but you're still not like stuck on the person. Like there's something about them that's still holding you back from actually like fully achieving happiness yet. It's like for some of you, you may be like a single parent, and you're like, oh, I don't like this person, they're my past, but you're unsure of how to move forward from them. For other of you, it could be like just a relationship that you're unsure from moving forward from. And I feel like that's a challenge, like moving forward, right? And I think that's hard. It's really hard to do that. Not gonna lie, it's not an easy thing to move on from somebody when you had feelings for them, and I'm not gonna act like it is. So, let's see. We're gonna pull from this deck to see kind of more like advice wise. No, let's pull from the tarot again. Okay, we're gonna pull from this deck again and be like, how do you get over this? So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. How do they come to overcome these challenges, these obstacles? How do they overcome these obstacles? How do they overcome these obstacles? How do they overcome these obstacles? Okay, so at the bottom we have the Hanged Man in reverse again, like being forced to rest. So some of you definitely just need like time to yourself, and to focus on your creative passions and like protecting on what matters to you. And like I don't feel like negative energy from this. I definitely just feel like the sense of you being on guard and protecting the things that you find valuable. Definitely like celebrate, have fun with friends as well during this time. Enjoy yourself. You are gonna like, oh, I'm feeling a new journey from this. For some reason, this energy gives me like this sense of just entering into a new journey, as well as then you have the Emperor in reverse here too. So let's see what the Emperor in reverse is about, because that's a little out there. Let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Please clarify that Emperor in reverse, please, Spirit. Oh, the 10 Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. So the Lover's card in reverse. So like, this person, like this, that talks about disharmony, and you may be in disharmony with this person. This may be the person I was thinking about, and they're like this sense of being too like, no, this is like overcoming challenges in reverse. The Hanged Man again in reverse too. Okay, for a few of you, you may just be on a break, and you guys are debating how like to get back together and how to overcome these obstacles between the two of you. For those who are like in a serious committed relationship and have family with this person, like kids and stuff, like there is definitely this chance of you guys overcoming these obstacles, especially if you guys decide to like, communicate and talk and like express your feelings with one another. But there is this big like rest between you two, like there's a big delay in like because of these issues, and this person just keeps coming up because they're probably still in your zone, in your energy. If you do want to, let's say, to stay with this person, for some of you may, that means that you two may need to just have some time to yourselves to reevaluate yourself and what you truly want and what you guys desire from one another. And then as you guys continue, come back together. Okay, but let's pull from this deck. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional messages for this pile here today? Any additional messages for this pile here today? Ooh. Okay, so we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So there's definitely a need for things to change in this relationship and have healing, especially if you want to stay with this person. There is like lots of healing that needs to be done. You have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. As well as Don't Dim Your Light to Fit In. Oh my god. So yeah, with this person, like, don't like stay, okay, not stay grounded, but more so like express yourself. Don't let this person shadow you. And I think that might be one of the issues in this relationship too, is that like this person kind of made you feel like you had to be less than who you are, and you don't have to do that. You are like this beauty, this divine person who's very like like intellectual. Some of you may be very spiritual as well. There's definitely the sense of you being like very just like doing your own thing. Like you're very like, people definitely see you like very in a good light. Like with this priestess energy here, I just feel like this very positive, like people see you and they're like, oh my god, you know she's doing well. Oh, you know she's always has stuff going on because she's just that person. But that this person makes you feel like you're not that person, and that's what people, that's not good. Like you guys need to transform and heal this relationship if you want to birth a new age and have things continue, right? But there is even with no, it said like no here, like postpone, pause, say no. So there's definitely this like delay here as well. There's a lot about like having rest and things being forced to like rest and not move forward. Okay, so we're going to pull from a different, like my personal deck, and then I've actually made a new one, and we're going to use that. We're just going to grab a lot of cards and get more details if we want. Then I'm going to end off with another one. Let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional messages about the challenges and obstacles coming ahead? Any additional messages about the challenges and obstacles coming ahead? What? What's that? Oh, is one card in here? I thought I felt something different. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay, I know I did. Spirit. Oh, there she is. Oh, it's just a one. Okay, so we have Scorpio on the bottom. Transformation through the cycles, allow for things to flow. So lots of a transformation and having to need change in this relationship. You have, Taurus energy. Okay, so for the Taurus energy, it says, a timeout may be on schedule. Let things calm down. And that's what's needed in this relationship. Things need to calm down, and you guys need to kind of like a break from one another. You have waxing moon. Confidence and compassion are great ways to show self-assurance, but I feel like that's what like this person was doing to you. They made you feel like less confident in yourself, and like you probably were like this really confident person before them, and that's why so many people see you in such like a wonderful light too, because they aspire to be you, but this person makes you feel less than yourself, and it's not really like a positive thing. Something about November is really important here for some of you. You have the 9th house, travel towards expansion. Growth is found through knowledge, and I feel like that's what you've been doing. And like you've been trying to grow, you've been trying to learn something new, you've been trying to get out there and expand your horizons. Some of you may be traveling or starting like a new career and starting to get out there more, right? So you have September is another important month. You have December as well, and May. So lots of months here that may be like important for you in returning to this relationship. Achievement brings a feeling of belonging, completeness, and wholeness. And I feel like because you've been working towards expansion, you are going to get this achievement here, especially in the next few weeks. Yes. So in the next few weeks, you are like going to have an achievement from this, and like that is going to be wonderful for you, and like that's amazing. But like this person, like because this delay in this, they may not feel like be there for you. They may like ruin your self-confidence in yourself when it comes to this, and that's like why you need to heal that. This is like an obstacle because you're going to get this achievement in yourself, especially like it could be in one of these months. In the next few weeks. I think I'm filming this in January, so March, May is the soonest month. That's not too far from here, or like maybe a few weeks from when you're seeing this video. But that yes, you are going to have some sense of achievement that's going to come from like expansion within yourself, and it's going to help you grow, and it's going to get you out there. But this person may hold you back, and that's why like you are being asked to work on it. You have Virgo energy. Being too critical may lead to feeling overwhelmed, causing self-destruction. And I feel like that's this person. They're so critical of you that you just feel like, oh my gosh, like why, right? And this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be any relationship of some sort. Like it could be like your family, it could be like friendships, but it could definitely just be like this person just weighs you down, and you are so amazing you're so out, like you are so innovative, you're so out there, you keep doing your own thing, and people aspire to be you, but like you're unsure of like why, and you're just so just on your own level. So we're going to we're going to pull from my personal deck. Okay, so I made this new little deck. It's literally like a bunch of cards. So what we're going to do, I'm going to shuffle it, and I'm just going to grab a bunch because it's going to give me a very good view of kind of what's going on. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to split it, and then we're going to take and just like do a couple more things. because I want to get quite a few messages. Let's see. Ooh, we're going to take you back. We're going to leave breath. Whatever this is, I'm going to take back too. Anything else? Okay. Nope. We're going to take another section. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything from this section? Ooh, I guess. Okay, we're one more time around. Okay. Another one. Okay, this is the one then. And then, oh, this is what's something behind. Okay, what's it backwards? Thank you for waiting with me. Okay, let's see. Anything else from this last little bit here? Okay, no. So we're gonna start with this stuff. I have to pull more, or more. I'll pull more. But let's see. Let's see. Okay. Oh, what's this? Okay, so we have rushing into something new. So some of you may be rushing in towards a decision, and you're okay. So we have decisions between comfort and okay. So we start with this guy. So you have rushing into something new with this Knight of Swords. You also have decisions between comfort and risk. So there's definitely this sense of you starting to you want to expand, and you're kind of unsure of how to do it. So some of you are still at this decision here because you're like, oh, I kind of want to do this, and this person's holding you back, and you're unsure because you're like, I want to do this. It's something I've always wanted to do, but are you really okay with starting over or moving on from these situations? Lacking in resources. So some of you may be feeling like you're lacking in the resources to do that because you want to travel towards this expansion, but you're not sure of how to. Like I said, public recognition. There are definitely people who admire you for the things you do, and they aspire to be you. You have acceptance is needed to push forward, and you want that from this person. You want this person to accept you. You want them to help you move forward in your life, but they're not really doing that. But you want something you feel like you need to keep going. I'm seeking respect from those around you. Yeah, so you want this person to let you be there for you and to talk to you. Things seem to be going through some issues, signs of difficulties, and that's what's happening in this relationship. There are some difficulties because of things are just not going the way you want them to. Good relationships here too. So it's not I'm trying to achieve too many things here at once. Inability to accomplish a goal, wasting time, and I think that's what you're worried about. This person, you have a good relationship with them, but this is the hard thing here. I don't this is an obstacle. I don't think it's in a challenge you guys are trying to overcome, because it's not. If this is a romantic relationship, there is love here. It's not that there isn't. It's just sometimes things get hard in relationships, and that's what you may want to be trying to achieve so many things, or this person's trying to achieve so many things, and they're taking too many risks. Maybe another way of seeing this. Lack of cooperative obstacles. Yeah, so there's a sense of this person's not being there for you, and that's why there is this imbalance here, because there's not support. Proposals, engagements, expect for things to level up, and then okay, that has to do with the relationship. So for some of you, like I said, there's this big chance you guys may be in a really serious relationship, or that may be coming soon, but this is the obstacle. They're not supporting you in the way you want to, even though you guys want for things to keep moving forward. But there is going to be recovery, right? And that's probably why things are going to level up, because there's going to be some form of recovery. False illusions. Oh, okay. Issues in fertility. Revise your... Okay. So we have align your values, and I think that's what you guys need to do. Align your values with each other and start to communicate better. You have revise your approach, which is I think you guys need to just talk things through and actually sit there and discuss things. For some of you, you may have issues with fertility, and that's what's causing things kind of to go be disruptive, and that's why there's this false illusions here. So some of you may just be feeling you're not seeing things clearly for as they are. Let's pull from some more cards. Anything else here, Spirit? Let's see. Anything else here? So we have an opportunity that fell through. So for some of you, like I said, there's this sense of infertility. So some of you may have had some fertility issues recently, and that's what's causing this despair in the relationship, because it was something that was really hoped for not for all of you, but that's for a specific few of you. Anything else? So you have... Things are distracted. things are distracting you from what you need to do. So there's definitely this a bunch of other things going on here too. So I feel like there's a lot of obstacles here, and it has to do with like you guys not seeing eye to eye. There's a lack of support here. Some of you maybe for some fertility issues. So we're just gonna put it back and reshuffle because I have no clue what to grab there. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? So we're gonna take. No, I'm not gonna take this. So, okay, we'll take this too if you want it to come. Encouragement to move forward, but there is like a lots of room for you guys to move forward, and I feel like that's because you guys need to learn how to understand and like actually communicate. So it's understanding how to deal with it. So there's a sense of you guys starting to communicate better and understand each other a lot better. A new relationship is on the horizon, so there's definitely this feeling of things leveling up and getting back to normal because you start to talk and start to try to understand one another. Being moody, feeling jealous. So definitely there's a sense of being moody here too. And like other people, maybe jealous of you because you're succeeding, right? And then you have idealistic about the future. There is like, be idealistic. Communicate. I feel like all you guys really need to do is sit down and like talk about like what you want to do and like what's going on. And I feel like there's a sense of you guys just not communicating with each other, right? Because there's just this wall between the two of you. And it could happen, like it does happen in relationships, so it's not like you're the only person that goes through this. There's definitely like this sense of you guys just need to talk. It's not a matter of not having feeling with each other. You guys are just feeling out of tune with one another. Especially if you've been in a relationship for so long, you might just be feeling like you guys just aren't on the same page recently, and like you guys are making things more difficult than it needs to with this choosing to ignore the simple things in life. There's definitely this sense of you guys just trying to like do other things. Worrying that you are lacking. Yeah, there's a lot of worry here because you're just unsure of how to like move forward on this new journey, and that's like why you guys are having troubles with communicating and talking, because there's a sense of you guys are still working through these things with each other. Some of you may be in a really new relationship here with this person. You guys are just unsure of how to communicate still, and there's still room for growth. It's just you guys are very young for a few of you. Let's see. Anything else here? Oh, so yeah, like I said, for a lot of you, this is like a new relationship, and you're afraid to lose one another because you're like of how opposing you guys are. But that's because you guys are holding back from one another. But you guys need to trust one another too. Like it's like you're not gonna meet someone. You're never gonna meet someone where you guys see completely eye to eye right off the bat. And I think. Like, sometimes you got to see each eye for a while, and then things start to change, and you're like, oh, now we're on a very different page, and that happens. But instead of giving up, you guys just need to communicate. These are just setbacks, and, like, you're struggling to really put yourself out there, but you guys want to be in a position of security with one another. So, let's see. I'm going to pull a little bit more. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything else here? So... there's a very nurturing feeling here too. I don't know why I forgot to add more here, but there's a very nurturing feeling here between the two of you. Yeah, and like, because you guys like aren't. Yeah, because you guys are closed off and not talking about your feelings. This is causing like a disconnection in the relationship. But and there's a need for you guys to stop and assess the situation and just really talk about it, right? Okay. I feel like I'm getting so caught up in these cards. I actually really like this deck. I'm gonna I might laminate it. I might not. We'll see. Depending on how much these cards bend, I might just end up laminating it. Let's see. Can I fold this? Okay. But yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on and just kind of like. I can literally just go on about this, and I feel like I'm just repeating the same stuff over and over and over again. But let's just like pull some angel cards, and then I'll end your message here. My sisters, angels, and my guides, let me know. Okay, please, let's finish off this pile here today. Any additional information about what challenges we're going through here? Any additional information about the challenges? Anything else? Okay, so you have look for a sign. There is going to be recovery here. It's going to come in perfect timing. A lot of people actually support you in this relationship. They want you to reconsider them here too. I don't think like this is a bad energy too. I just feel like there's going to be recovery. It's going to come in time, especially if there's a separation between the two of you because of this disconnection. There's going to be a time for you guys to reconsider it and have a peaceful resolution. So just look for a sign, okay? But I think that is like all I have for pile number 2. I hope this reading helped you out. If anything, like let me know what's up. Tell me down in the comments. I hope you like this message. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's up. I thank you for listening to this whole message, and I hope it was helpful. But that's all I have for you, pile number 2, and thank you for staying with this reading. Okay, pile number 3. So we're gonna go back and kind of see what challenges you are coming up. Let's see what challenges and what obstacles are coming your way. Sorry, my cards are weird. I'm gonna like shuffle them this way really quickly just so I can like unbend them a little. I use them too much. Okay, let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Ooh. Please guide me in this message here today. What is going on? Oh. What is going on in this collective here? What is going on in this collective? What is going on? Ooh. What is going on in this collective here? What challenges and obstacles are they coming into face? Ooh. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You do have the Fool in reverse, which talks about delays. You have Judgment and Upright. So there's decisions. The Ace of Cups in reverse. Then you have the Two of Cups in upright. Okay. You have the Three of Coins, which talks about collaboration. The King of Coins in reverse. The Five of Cups and the Star. Oh, okay. So I feel like some of you have definitely like just finished there was a delay or some form of separation between you and a person that happened very dramatically here too, with that like Judgment card, which caused like you two to kind of like separate in some sense. You're very like hopeful, but you're also kind of guarded here as well. There's definitely this sense of having boundaries between the two of you. Yeah, so I feel like this challenge mainly persists into a relationship of some sort that has having delays. You guys like, I'm gonna grab some clarifiers, I guess. And let's see, let's clarify this message here, Spirit. So let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's clarify this message here. Okay, let's clarify this message here for me. What's going on here, Spirit? What are these challenges that this person is facing? What are the challenges? Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna kind of just go with what my gut wants me to do. Okay, so we're gonna take this back, take the top part of this, but I want some of these. These cards. This one's gonna stay. We're going to take these 3 away. Okay, this definitely has to do with a relationship. Just by the card here. There shows delays on the bottom with the wheel in reverse. The Tower does show resistance to change as well. We have arguments here. So some of you may be really overthinking. There was a sense of illusions here. So this person, you may have been got in a situation. I don't think relationship. I feel like this was like a connection that just didn't get off the ground because of illusions. Like you may have like had some conflict with this person too because of these illusions. It's like they weren't committing to you. And the world does show some form of ending here. You have the Fool again, which talks about a new beginning. But the Ten of Chalices is in reverse. The Eight of Chalices is in reverse. And then the Ace of Wands in reverse again. So I definitely like, there's this, okay. So I'm just gonna like put this away because that gave me a good idea what was going on. Okay, so from the looks of it, there's definitely like, you were in a situationship that just didn't, like this person wasn't committing. Like this is what the King of Coins about. This person just wasn't committing. They were kind of a player and they may have been like juggling many people too. Like there's like the Three of Coins talks about collaboration, and I feel like this person just was doing other things. Like they just didn't like mind you, and like they definitely kind of like left you in the, not only in cold, but they left you kind of heartbroken-ish, and like you were very like, you thought this was a real connection that just didn't, you thought this was a real connection and it just didn't get off the ground, and now you're just very guarded and you're like losing hope, and you're very like with boundaries and on like putting up yourself and boundaries and like all of that fun stuff, you know, not fun, but you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to just reset, and then like we're going to see like how do you overcome this. Okay, so how does this person overcome this, Spirit? Like how do they overcome this? Let's see, how do they overcome this here, Spirit? How do they overcome this? How do they overcome this? How do they overcome this? Oh, this person really did the number on you, though. Okay, so the 4 coins again on the bottom, like, this is really this energy of, like, you, like, protecting yourself. You're putting yourself back on guard, and it's because this person, like, made you feel the way they did, and they were lacking in commitment. They didn't want a long-term future with somebody, and that caused you to have a tower moment, but you're not sure of how to get over it, and you're really just kind of, like, sitting in, like, in your feelings about what went on here, and now you're not feeling like yourself, and you're not feeling okay. But how do you get over this? I didn't want clarifier, so I wanted, how do you get over this? Okay, it's just the same message over and over again. Okay, we're going to should I just grab a different deck? Okay, I'm just going to grab a different deck, and then we're going to see kind of how do you get over it. So let's grab this deck. So ancestors, angels, and my guides. How does this person get over this? How does this person get over these moments? Let's see. We have bring love into the situation. I feel like and nothing will come from this. Okay. Anything else here, Spirit? What do you need to release? Is also, and you have like, that's like, take a time to breath out. Luck is on. Okay. So I get it. So you need to work on your self-love, because this person, screw them. They're not even good for you. Like, if you've been watching a lot of readings and they're like, oh, they're gonna come back, just leave them alone. Like, they're not like, they're a manipulator. They don't want a commitment anyway. And you might, so like, don't deal with them. Like, poof, poof. They could go. Let's see. Okay, now we're gonna add clarifiers, I guess. Let's see. Spirits. Bring love into the situation in what way? Bring love into the situation in what way? Okay, the 2 of coins. But you have the 8 of cups, and I feel walking away. This big sense of you starting to embark on a new journey, and okay, in what way? Okay, back in reverse. Just still in reverse. Okay, so there's definitely this sense of you like needing to walk away but not doing it yet, and I think that's really the challenge. You need to walk away and learn to love, like have more self-love into yourself and start to really pour into your own self, but you're really resisting this ending here because you're so like fixated on that relationship, and it's really just causing you this more harm than good, really. Let's see what the nothing will come from the situation is about specifically. I'm pretty sure it's the relationship. I'm like 90% certain, but we might as well go cards on it. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. What's the nothing that will come from the situation? 10 of Wands in reverse. Nothing will come from worrying about it. Just let things just end in peace. Yeah. Oh, another 10 in reverse. Like, okay. Anything else? In the Star in reverse, and the Ace of Coins, and the Eight of Coins, and the Queen. Okay, double Queen energy. I think. Okay, so like definitely like this relationship just needs to be done. It just nothing will come from it. Like there's no point in worrying about it. Step back into your energy and into your power, and just kind of like just leave this person alone. Yeah, just leave this person alone. They're immature still. They're not like in the right zone to be able to get that. Release them. You can heal yourself. And I think that's the challenge you need. Like, how do you release this person? We're actually going to answer that. Let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Let's see. How do they release this person? 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 Okay, so at the bottom we have the 8 of Wands. So passionate for it. I think this Emperor just makes me feel like someone who's just very diligently focusing on their career, in like their own happiness and their own abundance. And there's definitely a sense of you letting go with this 10 of Swords. I love this card, it's 10 of Swords, because it's all about really literally letting go of like the Phoenix here talks about rebirth, and this is what this card means in this deck specifically. Like in any other deck, I will never read it as that, but in this deck, I love that this card is represented like this, and it's because the 10 of Swords always instead of just like defeat and despair, always talk about rebirth and regeneration, and understand that you are at the end of this cycle, and to let go. And then the Nine of Wands, this card's all about like moving forward and overcoming your obstacles, accomplishing things at one step at a time. And that is what you're going to do. You're going to start to take this time to yourself and start to release one step at a time. And that's going to come from you focusing on your career, collaborating with those around you, and talking with people. I feel like there's something in the sense of like being with those people around you and kind of ignoring this person now, right? Like you don't really need to deal with them. You could like start to work on your own self and start focusing on that bigger picture and start to move towards yourself. Okay, so we're going to pull from another deck and get more messages, and then more messages, and more messages. Okay, but let's see. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any more things going on here? Anything else that you would like for this person to know about how they should overcome these obstacles and how they should move forward? Anything else? Okay. Oh, quite a bit for you. Let's see. At the bottom, we have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Rely on those people around you. Like I said, talk to people. Be out there. Go and like hang out with people. Do your allow people into your life, and because they do care for you, you have deep replenishment, rest, retreat, be held. So be with those people who actually care for you. Start to like focus on yourself and releasing and taking a rest. You are not alone. People are definitely there and definitely want to help you. Break this chain, break this cycle, especially like this with this person and these like continuous feelings. Break that cycle and keep moving forward and take that leap of faith to yourself, right? Take that leap into like figuring out your own journey and that whole and going through that transformation. And I think that like this energy of you resting with this person is going to keep it stuck, and you have to break that. You have to get that leap of faith, and it's going to the way you're going to do that is by communicating with others. Like I saw communication is key just under that Sagittarius energy, and that's like communicating with the people around you, with the people who want to be there for you, and the people who want you to know that you are not alone. They are your soul family, and they love you, and they want you to be successful, and understand that like they want to be there for you in the ways they think that you deserve it, because they care about you, and they want you to take those leaps of faith and towards yourself and your self-love and transform into the best person that you could definitely be, because they see that potential in you. Okay, so we're going to pull from the other deck now, which is my personal deck. I made an extra one, and we're going to use it here too, but we're going to use this deck first, get a good picture, and let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, ancestors, angels, and my guides, please add to this message here today. Any additional messages about what's going on here in this collective? Anything else about what's going on here in this collective? Okay, one more time around, and that will be it. Okay, so at the bottom we have the end of the cycle is here, a new journey awaits. So you're definitely ending the cycle, and no matter what. So like, release. Keep going through that release energy. So let's see. We're just going to go. Okay, so we have forgiveness. Such a beautiful way to let go. And I feel like this is like forgiving yourself for putting yourself in this situation. And I think like that's one of the main reasons we hold on to people who have hurt us, because we want to prove our own selves right. Like we see them like there was a reason you were there for this person, and you need to forgive yourself for allowing things to get to where they were. Like you keep holding on to them because of this idea you have of them, and you could let go of that. Forgive yourself for like misjudgment. If you keep thinking like, but they did this, forgive yourself for feeling that way, because obviously they are having their own struggles, and you don't have to put their feelings on you. You have March may be important to you, so you have a new beginning here as well. You have a Sagittarius came up twice. Optimism leads to expansion, be forward and direct. So there's definitely this sense of you starting to move forward and start to like see things from a different picture and starting to like get there. You have January is important here as well. You have beauty is creative art, sensuality is harmony amongst nature. So there's definitely this sense of beauty. So someone definitely thinks you're beautiful. I don't really think the rest of it here. I just feel like I'm so attracted to the beauty thing here. And in fact, 3-3, so beautiful. Someone definitely thinks you're really beautiful. You have communication comes in many forms. And like I said, there's definitely this need for you to communicate with that Gemini energy. I told you I've seen it before, right? There's this need for you to communicate how you're feeling, why you feel the way you do, why there is just a sense of you just are not being unsure of what you want to do, and rely on those people that come around you. You have Libra. Harmony comes from cooperation, so definitely rely on the people around you. Cooperate, talk with them. You have a no here, so I'm going to see more details on the no, and I'll grab some cards. But yeah, be grateful, reflect on how far you've come. Congratulations. So you've already been doing this work. Congratulate yourself. I feel like we think because we are not where we want to be that we are in the same place we were before. But no, we keep moving, we keep developing, we keep growing, and that's fine. You have March here, January, February, March. These 3 months in the year are definitely super important here. You have another sense of being creative too. So you have be creative. Self-expression is a great way to be joyful. So some of you may find really good joy in being like self-expressive through some form of creative art, especially. But yeah, so we're gonna pull from the other deck because like I said, it's a really big deck, so I'm gonna like shuffle it in like a bunch of different ways just to get as many messages as I can from it. So this is it. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any messages about what's going on here? So like I said, it's big, so I definitely can't just take everything that comes from it. Oh my god! Remember, just like do some R, be creative. Literally, that's what came out. Expression through a creative form. Yeah, like be expressive. You have feeling overcommitted, overwhelmed here too. So some of you may just feel like you're very overwhelmed. You're very frustrated because there are some delays within your life too. Whether that be specifically with a relationship and mine or not, or like just things in general for you. You have false illusions. Like I said, this person definitely like lied to you, right? Like they definitely just like made you believe that you think something was there. And I feel like this really big sense of like things just not working out, right? You have long-term success from what? Feeling drawn to exploring your passions, as well as not living up to your value. Okay, so this here definitely relates to the self-expression here. So I feel like you like may embark on a new journey soon as well, and like you're kind of worried of it not like having long-term success because you're just like, oh, I'm not sure if like I want to do it but I'm not sure, and that's why you're not really living up to it. Okay, let's go back to the actual like challenges though. Ancestors, angels, and my guides. A new relationship. So a challenge is to end a relationship with that new relationship. Yeah. Okay, anything else about the challenges, Spirit? Okay, I'll switch. Let's see, anything else about the challenges? Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm right. Oh, God. Oh. So you're definitely looking towards the long term, and you want like this really like long-term relationship, but this person does not desire that. They definitely are just like that's like I said, there was a new relationship, and this person does not desire a new relationship. They're just aimlessly drifting, and there's a lack of success in this connection here because of that. And like you have not looking at the bigger picture, too focused here. So there's definitely this sense of like it's like you're not seeing things for how they truly are, like the false illusions here. Anything more about this person though, Spirit? Let's see. Anything else about this person? Ooh. Anything else about this person? So this person, renegotiate, change the terms. Joy from an act of kindness. This person may act kind to you, and that's why like you think there's a sense of like there maybe change again, because they're so wishy-washy. Like they're just every once in a while they give you a bone and you think you're gonna get a lot, but it's just them manipulating you. Disappointment caused by lack of fulfillment. Yeah, like you just get disappointed. Like they say something and you keep like you think, oh my god, things are gonna be good, but the next thing you know, that's like you're disappointed, right? Let's see, anything else about this person here, Spirit? Oh my, I'll got all these cards, that's all. Let's just kind of grab you. So we're going to take the top one. Trouble learning from past mistakes. So like there's definitely this sense of you like the repeating cycles and things not like just not working out, and like this person just keeps doing this to you. It's like they get your hopes up, and then next thing you know, they like do the same thing, and you're like, but you said you would change. Right, and that's what I think. I think that's what I'm thinking. Like they keep saying they will change, and they don't. So let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Anything more about this like relationship here? Anything more about this relationship here? Share with others. Yeah, this person's definitely seeing other people. Take extra precaution when it comes to this person. And like there's a sense that you need to recover by taking charge of the situation and starting to focus on your own wishes. Okay. Okay, we're gonna grab some more. Let's see. How do they overcome these challenges then, Spirit? How do they overcome this? Okay, we're gonna have to split it. Okay, I'll take you. And then we'll like split it up. So we have seeking respect from those around you. So definitely like communicate with the people around you. Support all around you. An opportunity. Okay, so you're gonna get a new opportunity for lots of support and people around who want to be there for you and who want to provide some form of like assistance and who wants to like really just be kind of there for you at the end of the day. Okay, we're gonna not take these guys, I guess, and take these two, because the thing is, there's just too many that flip over sometimes, and I'd like when things flip over, but at the same time, I want it to be fair, right? And I would just reshuffle if they come out again, I do. So, a busy lifestyle, so you're about to get really busy, because you're embarking on this new journey. Like I said, there's this new journey coming in. You're going to have a lot of support from the people around you. For some of you, it may just be a new relationship. But you still have difficulty communicating. Yeah. You might have some difficulty communicating, or this person has difficulty communicating too. I feel like that's more something there. Different options can be beneficial. Different opinions can be beneficial. So there's definitely a lot of opinions here about the situation. You may have been talking to people and they've just been giving you like just different advice and you're unsure of where to go. Let's see. And you have connect with your inner child, scattered energy, lots like, I just feel like this person's definitely just not paying attention to you because they're just fooling around with other people, like side flings and stuff, and they just don't want a serious commitment with anybody yet. Uncertainty about the long term, yeah, they just don't want a serious commitment. Obsession may lead to neglect as well as difficulty. Yeah, they just don't want a long-term future with anybody yet. It's just there's not in their plan. They might not be ready for it in their own way. They feel kind of out of place in relationships as well. Let's see kind of like why this person is the way they are. I'm kind of curious. Let's see. Why is this person the way they are? Like, why is this connection the way it is? They're running away because they don't like to feel trapped. So they definitely have like commitment issues. Like running away, feeling trapped. Especially when it comes to emotional fulfillments, they get offers, but they have so much scattered energy here too, right? And they tend to misunderstand things all the time, and I think that's why they're so afraid of relationships, because they feel like they're very misunderstood. Which is like dumb, like just communicate, right? Sorry, people do feel misunderstood, and I'm not gonna just say that's not valid, but let's see. Like but now let's say like how do you overcome this person? Like how do you overcome this person? Take a step back. Yeah, like take a step back. How do you overcome this person? Embark on a new journey to gain this self-confidence. I feel like you have a lot of self-doubt in yourself and you're unsure of how to move forward, and you're definitely uncertain about this person and uncertain about the future with them. Okay, but how do you move forward is the real question. How do you move forward? One more time around and then we'll grab another section. And no. Oh, okay. So we have, how do you move forward? A mothering nature. So some of you may need to like connect back to your childhood, some of you may just want to talk to your mom. Not for all of you. Resisting an end. Yeah, definitely resisting. But let's see. How do you move on, though? Let's see. How do you move on? Yep, explore your options. So embark on a new journey. Start to explore your options. Get out there again. It's for some of you to start dating again and just get out there. Anything else about this? Oh yeah, so maybe you may just have an unstable home situation. This person may have an unstable home, and that's why like they're the way they are. Once you got on a new journey, some of you may achieve some form of success, and that will help you get over this person. Anything else about how to move on and overcome this? You have relief after struggle, so there is going to be relief as well, because you're going to be probably just focusing on work for some of you instead of actually getting out there. So some of you may start dating again, and other of you might just start focusing solely on your career. Let's see. Anything else here, Spirit? No. Yeah, take a breakthrough, a spark of inspiration. Take a break for recovery. So the sense of you like there's a sense of creativity and doing things for creative purposes, and you're going to get some inspiration. It's going to help you go through a breakthrough. Some of you may just be focusing more on materialistic things for some time. This person's definitely hiding stuff from you because of fear, and like all work no play. Definitely this. Anything else? lacking of resources. It may be an issue for them too, and they're kind of really stuck between two ideas as well, and that's what's causing delays. Let's see, anything else here, Spirit? Let's see. Setbacks, indecisions caused by too many options, lack of clarity, feeling like the victim. Things are distracted. Things are distracting you from what you need to do. Yeah, this is lots of energy of just like things being chaotic and like not being on the right terms and just feeling so different from like each other, and definitely just like a big setback. This person's definitely a player, and they just don't want anything long term right now, and they may have just been like giving you false hope because they just want to like, they don't want to like change. They want to have like their cake and eat it too, right? Like, you know, they just want to like do their own thing, and they don't really care if it hurts you or not. So I definitely would just like ignore this person if I were you. I would not deal with them. Let's pull from the angel deck, and I think that's really going to be the end of your message here. But let's see, ancestors, angels, and my guides. Any additional messages about this at all? Anything else? Okay, so at the back we have compromise. You have take action to getting more information. So definitely that ninth house influence too, right? Which is about expansion. So just like get more information, start to expand, and start to go down those journeys. Start to working on your own self-care and your own love. It's probably not the right time for you to be in a relationship, especially with this person, but ask your angels. They do want to communicate with you. Meditate, and they may like give you answers, especially in particular with this romantic relationship. They like, if you meditate, they'll probably help you out a lot. Okay, but I think that's all I really have for your reading here today. I hope it resonated, and I hope it helped you. Thank you, pile number 3, if you stayed through this reading, and like, I really enjoyed doing this. But I thank you, and I wish you a goodbye, and peace.